watching Food Network Challenge, and tonight we're bugging out in a big way. In a challenge first, 4 of the country's best cake designers are making cakes inspired by the creepy, crawly monster bugs of our nightmares.
Keyword is monster here.
They've got to be big, and they've got to move. The person who creates the biggest buzz is gonna get a monster prize, $10,000.
It's Taryn.
I would never come here with a cake that big.
I have run out of cereal treats.
Oh no, Mariella.
The knife, the saw knife, the saw knife.
The whole thing's cracked.
It's challenge, so get ready to squirm.
Oh.
Welcome to Food Network Challenge, Monster Bug Cakes. I'm Claire Robinson, and tonight you're gonna wanna get out the insect repellent. We're gonna make bug cakes of monumental proportions, and these bugs better boogie. Some part of the bug has to move if their mad scientist makers wanna take home $10,000. So let's meet the competitors. From Springdale, Arkansas, Jennifer Matsubara.
I'm so super excited about this because I get to make something gnarly and mean. I am definitely pushing myself. I've never made a sculpted cake at Challenge, and I've never made a cake move. If I win this one, I'm going to be donating part of the money to a nonprofit organization that helps children that have been abused. That's what's gonna push me to really win this one.
From New York, New York, Jason Ellis.
I absolutely need to win this challenge. Being a cake business owner, the economy the way it's been, and people aren't spending the money that they used to spend, and if I don't win this challenge, how much longer can I keep supporting this business? I think an advantage that I have over everybody is the creativity aspect. Everybody else is taking a bug and making it ugly. I want to create a beautiful piece. I don't want an ugly, scary bug.
From Nashville, Tennessee, Lori Burcham.
I don't like bugs, so that's going to be a real challenge, something that definitely puts a little fear in me, but that's okay. That just makes me want to add a little storyline and make it fun. My husband and I, we're really excited about Challenge because we've just opened up our shop in Nashville. It's tough to kind of get your footing and tell people, you know, I am good, try me. The last thing I want to do is go home with my tail between my legs.
And from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, John Gallagher.
I've been in the baking business approximately 37 or maybe 38 years. What winning would prove is that I can keep up with the younger crowd. Bigger cakes, grander cakes. I would love to have something exploding in this piece, but no, I think it's just scare everybody.
All right, competitors, are you ready to squash your competition?
Yeah.
You got 8 hours to pull it off. Go.
I was ready to go. My piece is going to be so scary. I want it to give people nightmares.
Here are the rules. The cakes have to be 3 feet tall and based on real bugs set into some type of scene. The scene can be fanciful, but the bugs have to be anatomically correct, except, of course, the fact that they're huge. The cakes will be judged on technical merit and artistic value and representation of theme. But that's not all. Some part of each bug has got to move. Let me introduce our 3 judges. They are pastry chef and owner of D Bar Desserts in Denver, Colorado, Keegan Gerhard. Entomologist from Cornell University, Dr. Holly Menninger. And wedding cake designer and Hall of Fame sugar artist from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Carrie Vincent. Why are some folks a little creeped out by bugs and others fascinated, do you think?
I think because they have sort of an alien-like appearance to them. There's something so different than what people are used to. But there are other folks like myself that are really jazzed by insects, think that they're really awesome. I'll be really interested to see the whole thing together and the story that it tells.
I chose the Sydney funnel web spider not only because he's scary and deadly and mean, but Also because it happens to be from Australia, where Carrie Vincent's from. So, you know, if you can get brownie points anywhere, I think you should definitely try. So, just to set the scene, she's having a birthday party for all her babies. And what has she brought them for presents? Well, little mummified humans to eat. I'm going to have my poured sugar fangs moving. The biggest thing that could go wrong on my cake would be the movement. You've got to have it there to get the points. And if my fangs aren't moving, then I can just kiss that money goodbye.
I'm just ready for a win. I'm ready to take it home again. Business needs it. I need it. I need the validation that what we do is worth it.
My goal with this piece is to take something ugly and make it beautiful. Because if you look at a dragonfly, they're really not pretty. I'm gonna pull out this whole swampy feel, but still romantic. 2 different heights of trees, moss and vines, and the wings will kind of flap. The thing I'm most worried about in the cake is just getting as much detail done as possible in 8 hours.
Being that I'm not a bug person, the idea behind our cake is a little girl is having a nightmare about this big, huge bug that comes into her room, which is now in the middle of the forest, and is hovering over her bed, and the wings will be flapping. The bug that I chose is a Hercules beetle, and it's a very scary beetle because it just looks like it could rip your head off.
Lauren, I'm gonna start putting the base together. We're doing a flag-footed bug. It's sometimes called the decade bug because you only see them about once every 10 years. They're that rare. With our piece, what we're really trying to do is to get that microscopic look to it. We'll have 4 or 5 cactuses, nice tall pieces. In front of the cactus, you'll see our flag-footed bug. His antenna will be moving, so he'll look like he's alive. The cactus leaves will probably be one of the toughest parts because they're bigger cakes. If you have a giant bug with little cactus leaves, it doesn't look right.
I think he's gonna have a long day out of him. It's gonna be tough for him.
I know my capabilities. It's just convincing everybody else that I still have it. I was old school before they were in school, so I'm not really too worried about these young whippersnappers. And people are gonna know. Once they've seen this, they'll know he can handle anything. This is gonna be good. Yeah.
Lo and behold, we're out of cereal treats. This could be a real problem. Feel very, very afraid. I mean, it very well may be that we have to pack up and go home.
On the next Worst Cooks in America, today is all about following direction.
But as it goes in one ear,
That's not how I showed him to do this recipe.
and out the other.
You blew it.
Worst Cooks in America. All new next.
What's up?
Oh, my feet are killing me.
You should get some custom fit orthotics.
Dr. Scholl's Custom Fit Orthotic Center. It recommends the custom fit orthotic that's best for your feet, and foot care scientists are behind it.
You get immediate comfort.
And you could save a couple $100.
For locations, see drschols.com.
Black Swan is the winner of 12 Critics' Choice Award nominations, more than any film in history.
Just want to be perfect.
And it's now nominated for 4 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Picture. Don't miss Black Swan, rated R, now playing everywhere.
This is Food Network Challenge Monster Bug Cakes. 4 talented cake artists are being pushed to the limit today as they create creepy, crawly bugs of horror movie proportions.
I mean, the key word is monster here, so it's got to be scary and it's got to be huge.
So, Doctor, do you think there's one bug here that is the most difficult to recreate?
I think that the flag-footed bug, because it's being set in such a big setting, it's going to be very challenging because of the detail.
Not only is it going to test my skills as a cake maker, but it's also going to tell me whether or not I can keep up with the big fish. When you do a large cake, you have to get a lot of fondant done. Come on, baby. I would love to coat the entire base of the cake with one solid piece.
I don't know how he's gonna do that. That's gonna be tough.
No. I was struggling with fondant.
Oh, hey, Rip.
I was like, I'm wasting too much time on this. I'm changing plans. I'm gonna roll the damn thing by hand.
Okay, we have about 30 minutes left in hour 2.
My assistant for challenge today and in life is my husband, Jason Burcham. We do pretty much everything together. He helps me with the business. I got a bug to sculpt. While I'm working on getting the bug started, Jason's hugely responsible for all the structure.
I am putting some chocolate underneath this because I just want to make sure that it sticks well.
The bug that I chose is a Hercules beetle.
If I ran into it in a dark alley, I would definitely feel very, very afraid.
So I'm to the final steps of the underbelly of the bug. He starts slapping it with some chocolate so that the cereal treats will stick.
The chocolate is kind of seeping through the screenage pretty quick, but hopefully the slats will stop it and it won't get to the motor components. That would not be good.
The motor makes the wings of the bug move. My fear right now is that it's going to go through and it's going to, lock up our motor components.
What's your plan B?
I think it's probably going to be too difficult to pull it apart and redo it, to be honest with you.
Wow, so there is no plan B for the wings.
There's no plan B for the wings except for them to sit there and look pretty, I guess.
Hopefully, we're not going to end up with this moving part. That's not even going to work in the end. But I just need to keep going, so we'll see what happens. I am definitely pushing myself in this challenge because if I win, then I will be donating part of the money to the Children's Safety Center.
It's amazing. The competition's just getting started, and I've never seen a structure so done this early in the game.
Yeah.
Was there any other way to do it?
Not with my expertise. There wasn't.
Okay.
It's in the rules that you can use the PVC pipe.
Yeah, I think Jennifer has certainly not done anything illegal with her armature, but I think it's an opportunity missed for some simple degree of difficulty points because it could have been cast in sugar or chocolate.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is a cake competition. It's not America's Next Top Plumber.
Hey, Jennifer, can you come over next week and fix my toilet?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Peaches.
I want to create a beautiful piece. I don't want an ugly, scary bug.
We're gonna put as much detail into everything as we possibly can.
I'm working on the landscape. I'm shaping the trees and the actual terrain. My assistant is Christina Bisbee. Right now, Christina's working on the wings. She's taken a layer of gelatin sheets, our wire frame, and then another layer of gelatin wings with a little bit of snow sparkle in between.
I love it.
And the dragonflies, the front wings are a different size than the hind wings. The hind wings are broader, and it looks like they've paid attention to that detail.
Behind me, Jennifer is piping by hand sugar veil on top of a string web that she's created. Now, she's got to cover it in edible material. Her hands are really shaky right now, and she's missing some of this string. This web has got to be perfect.
Wrap. It's not really coming out the way it should. It's just not as fine of a web as I would like.
The one thing I do know about a spider's web is they are absolutely beautifully executed.
It's just incredibly messy.
Chris, do you think I need to build up more?
No, I think he's good, yeah. I finished getting the wings together, and we put them in the back to dry. Come stand here for a second.
Huh?
Just come stand here for a second. You hear them?
No, what?
All of a sudden, we hear.
We didn't do that back in New York.
It's too dry here.
They were actually drying out so much and pulling away from the frame and cracking. They're just drying out by the minute.
It's definitely a setback, but we have no other choice but to make it work because we have to have movement.
If we have to redo them right before, we'll redo them right before. It's better we know this now.
I have run out of cereal treats. Lo and behold, we're out of cereal treats. I have a little bit more cereal treats to use under this bug, but I'm running out. Yeah, this could be a real problem. We still have to do the head of the bug, which was supposed to be cereal treats. Feeling very scattered at this point. Not really sure how I'm gonna pull this thing together.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Call it a monster bug. You know it's going to be big, and you still run out of product. It's just astounding.
A little disappointed, yes. A little disappointed.
There is a lot at stake with winning this challenge. I mean, it very well may be that we have to pack up and go home. And that would be the last thing we want to do.
Piece is too heavy.
Unroll, unroll.
I tore.
I'm almost set to lose it.
Kitchen 3, Lori. They ran out of rice cereal treats. They need more for later. They're making a lot of last-minute decisions on the fly, and it's really early in the competition for so many things to really be going wrong.
We have several things in our piece that are supposed to be made out of cereal treats. My next step is I just have to figure out what to use. We're gonna have to shift some things around. Have to just make up for what we're out of.
What I do like about Lori is that in her piece, she is telling a story. This whole like scary kind of dreaming of it in your bed idea is kind of cool.
Hour 4, I'm starting to feel, you know, like we really need to start focusing on the detail of the bug.
I like being able to sculpt it.
We did a lot of research. It looked like the tail of the bug had some ridges in it, so I started molding those.
I am very concerned about Jason's interpretation of the dragonfly.
That's pretty static.
That dragonfly's tail looks like somebody drove something up the center of it.
Well, yeah, it looks like it has the sort of the head part, the thorax, where the wings and the legs are attached, and then there seems to be another part before you get to the abdomen.
Right now, it looks like a peanut, a large peanut.
At this point, I'm starting to get a little bit stressed on this because I know I'm falling behind in time. We had so much stuff to do. I start rolling out my fondant for the main cactus leaf. This petal is gonna be close to 28 inches tall. Want to coat a cactus? This is almost like taking a full sheet cake and standing it on end.
All right, back to the other side. Back to the other side, please. Over here. Oh, shh.
Piece is too heavy.
It's tearing. It's tearing.
You want to do another piece?
Yep.
I think John needs to forget about cactus and get on with getting his bug made.
At this point, I'm almost set to lose it. Doing this for almost 40 years, it should be a little easier.
My assistant is Mariella Major. Everything's going great. Mariella's doing awesome with the sculpting of the mummified people.
I like her chances with this challenge, actually, because it's simple and clean, and the spider is the focus, and her assistant has done some phenomenal sculpting work.
And, you know, looking around the room right now, I think we've got a pretty good shot at it. So I hope the kids appreciate it. So it's hour 5, and it's time to start pouring these fangs. I gotta make sure they're gonna work. I mean, this is my only moving part on my spider here, and I know 10,000 bucks is on the line. I guess we'll just have to wait and see now. See how these things turn out.
Oh yeah, this feels much better.
You good?
I'm good, I'm great.
Oh God, I hope this works. I hope this works. Okay. Finally, that big giant cactus leaf was done. But at this point, I'm getting kind of embarrassed because Lauren, my assistant, is working on the bug, and I'm the one that's slowing down.
What is that red thing?
Oh gosh, I don't know what that red thing is.
It's critical at this point that the shield has those geometric shapes to it, that the feet has the flag on it, that the eyes are proportionate to the head.
There's an excellent chance that John's bug will be really good. I think the assistant's working on it. It's not huge, but it could be really clean.
But I do feel like with the bug, the flag-footed bug should really be the showpiece and of that cake, and it really should be, you should have a hand in that.
I think so.
How you doing?
Oh, well, squeezing the bucket.
So the sugar sets up and it's time to unmold the fang. I pop it out, it's beautiful. And I go to set it down. Oh no. And the tip breaks off. Oh, he's gonna be a snaggle tooth. The way my fangs were constructed, it was a heavy piece of acrylic screwed on to these little CV motors. And it's not something I could take off and redo. It's a one-shot deal. That's not good.
Hey, babe.
Yep.
You gonna be ahead at all to help me?
I don't think so, no. I think you're on your own.
I am definitely an hour behind at this point. So no way to really make up that time except for to just go super fast with what's coming up.
So we're just gonna keep moving, see if we can make up some time.
At this point, I start stacking the cake on the bug as fast as I can. I've got the cake all the way up to the head point. We're out of cereal treats. And the head was supposed to be cereal treats. Makes it much easier to sculpt a solid piece and put it on. I've got to sculpt this head out of cake. It's not an easy process. It's not like I'm stacking cake that's laying flat on a table. That's super easy.
You fixing to take cake up all the way to the head?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for the questioning me in front of everyone.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull ourselves out of this hole we've gotten ourselves into.
More drama. More drama for you.
I think I should just strip this. I can't get this flippin' bug off. All right, let's turn it. I'm panicking.
Chris.
Enter the...
Welcome back to Food Network Challenge, Monster Bug Cakes. When you think of big bugs, you might think of old horror movies, but you don't have to run for your life because these bugs are friendly and delicious. So there's 2 hours left in this competition, and here's what's happening in Kitchen 1. Jennifer Matsubara is doing a Sydney funnel web spider, and she's actually been looking really good all day long. But here's the thing. She's shattered a fang. She cannot afford to lose that fang.
So at that point, I just kind of have to make the decision and just glue the tip of the fang on it. It's fragile and could fall apart. But I'm running out of time. I've got to do something.
Jason in Kitchen 2 is building a romantic landscape for his dragonfly, his monster bug. But he needs to make sure that he puts as much focus and attention on that dragonfly as he is to the landscape. As romantically beautiful as it is, it's not the focus of this challenge.
What do we still need to do?
We need to airbrush the bug, get the details done on it.
Yeah, the bug.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you take care of the bug.
Lori in Kitchen 3, I believe that she might actually be afraid of bugs. It's this Hercules beetle coming over this bed and this scared little girl. That's really cool. She can pull that off. She's got one of the most creative designs in this competition. But I'm concerned that they're not gonna have enough time to finish this incredible design that she's created. With 2 hours left, John in Kitchen 4, he's creating the flag-footed bug for his cake. He's trying to prove that he has what it takes to win challenge. But this is as painful as watching a beetle on its back. I mean, he's struggling. He has struggled with fondant all day long.
So it's hour 6, and we've got to put the pedal to the metal. At this point, I attach the mechanism, the fangs. I get the spider airbrush black.
Houston, we had a problem.
Uh-oh.
I just ruined one fang. I just trying to rush and I just hit the fang.
The whole thing's cracked and fallen off.
If it only has one fang, that would look a little odd.
Sorry.
But luckily, it didn't break off the plastic support.
What if you do half of it and then stick it with some candy and then the other half? And we don't need to move that.
I'll try that first.
It doesn't matter if it's not that perfect.
Quick thinking, okay, I can pour 2 pieces, glue them together onto the piece of plastic.
We're getting down to the wire. Chris is airbrushing the bug, and we have to make a decision on the wings. Are we gonna remake them, or are we gonna repair the ones that we've already made?
I am just adding some more gelatin sheets, just kind of melt the gelatin sheets back down so they stick.
At this point, I was concerned because the gelatin is adding a lot of weight to the wings, and I have to make the wings flat. Everyone's bug has to move. If that doesn't work, I'm packing it in and I'm going home.
The head is finally on the bug, which is an amazing feat in and of itself. But at this point, we have white trees that have to be airbrushed. We have a little girl who's not made it to her bed. Just really stressing out at this point. Just trying to keep my mind focused on what needs to be done and not fall into the slump of what's gonna happen with our business, what if?
All right, let's get this fondant on this joker. Excuse me, honey.
We start putting the fondant on the outer part of the bug.
how's it going, babe?
I'm still hopeful for a win. I'm not giving up.
It's interesting to me to see the dynamic in John's kitchen. His assistant is hammering out all the work on the bug. She's really kind of like the hidden rock star in the kitchen.
All right, we got royal icing and sugar cooking.
I'm just finishing up the third cactus leaf.
The second the sugar is done, you give me a yell. I'll come over and we'll go.
I had to start making the needles for the cactus leaves. I go to pipe out the sugar needles. It's running. And I'm noticing the isomalt is not cooperating at all.
I'm not liking it.
Dump the isomalt. Let me do something different.
Let's go with the regular sugar.
Jay,
Yeah.
I think this is what
Okay.
we're gonna have to deal with
That's
it.
fine.
So the wings, at this point, were finished and complete. We have a beautiful piece.
Where's the drill at?
Now, I have to get the dragonfly mounted onto the showpiece base. I go to unscrew the flange that it's mounted on, and let's just strip this.
It's really, really hard. Put all your weight in it. Watch the front of the bug.
All right, let's turn it. No, we can't.
I can't get this flipping bug off.
Let's hold it up.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Relax, relax, relax.
I'm panicking.
I need to pull it together.
I have to win this challenge. And in order to survive in New York, I gotta bring home the money.
Chris.
Come on, baby. The critical point in our cake is making sure that his antenna moves. My motors have slipped off their mounts. I can't get it to move.
Just fried everything.
Competitors, you have 1 hour left. Do not let your bug cakes hit the proverbial windshield.
Hold it.
We have to get the dragonfly mounted onto the showpiece base.
The knife, this one knife.
I go to unscrew the flange that it's mounted on, and I can't get this flipping bug off.
I'm gonna cut my hand off.
I'm ready to take that bug and catapult it across the room.
Is there any way to turn him? Is he turning?
No, he's coming off the top. He's coming off the top. Go back.
Ah, the screw is bent.
I have never in my life felt pressure like that before.
Okay, let's see.
Right now, Kitchen 1 is adding the second half of the fang that broke earlier. She's allowed it to set as long as she can. Will it hold? We'll only have to wait and see.
Oh, no. Look at the bottom of it. I'm feeling the pressure, and I just keep thinking, okay, I definitely do not want to let down a whole community of children that need my help. Okay, you know what? Just gonna have a big piece of venom coming down. So grab some of my green piping gel, pipe it down the center of that thing. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I'm feeling really good about this.
Just want to see.
I start piping the needles for the cactus leaves, and it's working beautiful.
I've got like 5 more of these I want to pipe, and then we'll put the bug on.
So it was time to get the bug up there and make sure he was secure.
Grab the bug, I'll get out of your way.
I'm gonna need your help with it.
I did choose Lauren as a partner in this.
Feed the wires through the tube.
Is because I know she's as urgent as I am.
Bend his back leg straight up.
Out.
Out.
It's gonna
and
be
then
the other way.
Yeah. This isn't gonna fall.
Coming over with the shield.
You ready?
Okay.
Go. It's good. It's beautiful.
At this point, we have the fondant finally on the bug. But the bug is not complete by any means.
You gotta put the wings on.
I'm just like, you know what? I am not giving up. We're gonna do this.
I'm considering her a contender because I think her bug's really good. It's really big. I love the horns, the way she rigged them and the scale that they are to the bug itself. Lori could surprise some people.
But I'm concerned about the motion of the wings for sure, because earlier it looked like chocolate was going all over. So I'm concerned that it's under or around and could really gum things up.
The motor from working at all?
It could.
I'm crushing these. They're not gonna move.
Jason right now is actually adding his wings to his dragonfly with 7 minutes on the clock. It's amazing how fast these cakes can come together in the very last few minutes.
Oh, these are too thick, Chris.
So the wings, at this point, I'm trying to get them adhered to the mechanism.
The wings, they're too heavy. Oh, it's not moving.
They were a little bit too long, a little bit too heavy.
Let's just hope for the best. All right, that's it. This is all we're gonna be able to do at this point.
2 minutes, competitors, 2 minutes.
Come on.
I absolutely thought there's no way we're gonna finish this.
We got to get this thing done. Little girl in place.
We got all the little girl, the bed set, and we still have white trees. And to bring that to life, you had to airbrush it.
Come on, at least get a light brush on them. A light brush, quick, quick.
I really didn't even want to see the web again after the headache it gave me earlier in the day, but I've got to do something with it. Mariella, you want to try to pull it up real quick just to see?
Okay. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Look.
I'm just praying that we can make it stretch because I really don't know.
What do you
Let me
think?
go over there and look at the other side.
The one thing I'm a little bit concerned of with, if we're looking for sort of biological realism with this, they build funnel sort of webs, but loose lines coming out, but you wouldn't see them having the traditional sort of orb web, cobwebby type spider web.
We hung up that web and looked at it. No, that's hideous. It was bad. No, we're not putting this on the cake. Having the additional stress of thinking about the kids and the safety center and just thinking, okay, you know, this has got to be perfect. Carrie would take us to the ringer for that one.
Come on, baby. The critical point in our cake is making sure that his antenna move. Come on, man. We're running some wires through his entire body, and I'm using a small box off of an ordinary train set to govern the speed of it. In theory, it'll work. It looks really good on paper.
Sugar needle, sugar needle.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Competitors, stop your work.
Just so wanted to cry when we couldn't get all those trees painted like we wanted to.
Oh. We're both physically and mentally fried and exhausted.
All right, now it's time for our competitors to move their monster bug cakes to the judging table. All right, Jennifer, it's time to move that Sydney funnel web spider to the judges table.
I'm definitely very, very worried about the movement. I'm not a mechanical engineer. And if it doesn't move, then well, that's it. Everybody's fingers clear? Okay. All right, it made it.
First step is complete, but I'm gonna need to see that big bed spider move.
Okay, we ready? Sigh of relief. It's really, really awesome. We did it. We had some bumps along the road, but we got it done.
Jason, are you ready to fly that dragonfly to the judges table?
We're gonna try.
We had wanted to do so much, and there's only so much that you could do in 8 hours. I was happy with our piece. I was thrilled with it. But on the other hand, all I was thinking about was, are the wings gonna go?
Now I need to see something move. Can you shake?
We're trying to make it move, but the wings are a little bit heavy. So, well, it's moving. See?
They're barely moving. I wouldn't even call it a flutter.
All right, Lori, it's time to move your Hercules beetle to the table.
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
I can't believe we did what we did. But how I wish we would have finished.
First step done. Good job. May I see something move?
Jason, he's coming over and he's just like hesitantly, okay, it's gonna work.
John, are you ready to move your flag-footed bug to the judges' table?
Yes, we are. You all right back there? Okay, Lauren, out. Go. Come on.
So let me see your bug strutted stuff.
Cross your fingers. Right now, I'm having trouble because my motors have slipped off their mounts. Lauren, how do the antennas look?
No, they're not moving. Move.
There's a 5-minute time limit for our competitors to get their bugs moving. Right now, just a little over a minute left for John, and then he's got to make something work.
Is it moving out?
Nope.
I can't get it to move. I just fried everything.
Time, John. Unfortunately, you've run out of time to make your bug move.
That's all right, thank you. Once I knew the motion wasn't going to be there, I knew we weren't going to do well.
All right, the cakes are on the table and the bug's on the move. It's time for the toughest part of this competition. Let's face the judges.
The tail was way too straight. There's movement in them. They're very graceful.
I don't think God himself can please carry 100%.
I think that your work order was out of order.
You know, it's first time. It's just been a long day.
What a day.
Welcome back to Food Network Challenge, Monster Bug Cakes. This part is even scarier than the monster bugs. Let's face the judges.
This is the first time I've made a cake that wasn't a stacked
Oh, really?
cake.
First up, Jennifer Matsubara. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Okay.
You know, you did something extraordinarily out of your realm today, I would say. It was impressive to me. I think maybe the way you structured the legs and all the armature of the spider itself, I'm disappointed that you didn't take that as an opportunity to go for some pretty easy degree of difficulty points. You know, you could have maybe cast them in poured sugar or like just some other way.
I really appreciated your attention to detail on the spider itself. But I was a bit disappointed that we didn't get to see the funnel web because this is the Sydney funnel web spider, and it would have been nice to have seen that funnel web.
Knowing Sydney and knowing funnel webs and having a very healthy respect for them because they are a dangerous little critter to have around, I did respect the fact that you tried to bring the integrity of the spider to life.
I think we have a great piece. I think we really brought it, this challenge, but you never know.
Next is Jason Ellis. Let's check with the judges.
Hi, Jason. I thought that your design really evoked what the world looked like 250 million years ago when we had dragonflies with 2-foot wingspan sort of roaming the earth.
Thank you.
But I think that some of the grace that we often associate with those aerial hunters was a little bit missing for me.
The trees are pretty remarkable. They're fantastical and they're realistic at the same time. The wings turned out better than I thought. I would have loved to have seen better movement, obviously.
There's some amazingly good elements for you. You really did excel with the trees. Isn't that thoughtful of me to mention
Thank
that?
you.
And you did a great job with all of the bark and so forth, but the tail was way too straight. They're very graceful, they're not rigid.
I don't think God himself can please carry 100%. But I'm young, I know I still have a lot to learn, and we just move forward from here.
Zoinks.
Now it's Lori Burcham's turn. Judges?
You had a rough day. Bit of a rough day. It happens like that on challenge sometimes. I know you had setbacks. I know there was a lot to deal with. But having said that, as I look at your piece, the silhouette of the beetle is quite striking. And you tried to tell a whole story. You told the story from your perspective like you dreamed about it.
Your movement was the most dramatic of all 4 of the cakes. I thought that the wing motion was really right on. I enjoyed the sentiment expressed in your cake, and I thought you did a nice job.
Thank you.
We're both very aware of our faults. But at the end of the day, they really grabbed on to the story that we were trying to tell with our cake. I think that really made me feel a little bit better about how we had done.
It went well. I mean, you know, it's first time.
Emotional.
It is. It's just been a long day.
Up next, John Gallagher. Let's see what the judges have to say.
You're a gentleman who has spent 40 years in the industry, and you know how to do work. I mean, you covered every cactus there twice. I think that your work order was out of order. You know, I think that bug had to be done first before all those cactuses.
Your assistant did most of the detail work. I feel as the leader in the kitchen that you should contribute. The movement was another issue, and this was one of your days and where things didn't go just the way you wanted it to.
Everything they're saying with, I'm actually agreeing with. You know, I knew what our issues were, but I'm still happy with the cake. I thought it was a good-looking cake.
These monster bug cakes really turned out to be monsters to make, didn't they? In the end, only one of you has created a monster bug worth $10,000. And unfortunately, the rest of you are gonna go home empty-handed tonight. Let's find out who's who right now. In fourth place, John Gallagher.
It put me through the ringer doing this competition, but in my heart, I knew that we did our best, and I think I proved for myself that I still got it.
In third place, Jason Ellis.
I was pissed. We had a beautiful cake there, but Lord knows what kind of business and press this is gonna bring me from here on out.
So it's down to the two of you, the two ladies of the competition.
I'm just sitting there thinking, I could have this thing.
A little nervous?
I'm a little worried. I think we really brought it, this challenge, but you don't know until your name is called.
The winner of Food Network Challenge Monster Bug Cakes is Jennifer. Congratulations.
You did it. It was a struggle, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so happy.
Good job, baby.
It was a very sad moment. But you know, I think in the end, even though we didn't win, we did our best.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, for me, Jennifer won very simply because she gave us the best piece overall.
Her spider took up the whole cake. She truly created a monster bug.
Tears of joy started welling up in my eyes because I was doing it for the Children's Center. It meant so much that I was able to pull it off.